Hello and welcome to the Witch's Realm. I'm Andrea Franco, intuitive business mentor.
And I'm Amanda Root, mindset and manifestation mentor. We created this podcast as a safe space for women to connect and come out of the witch's closet and own their magic.
We discuss everything from business, pleasure, spell work, sex, wealth, and how to live a magically abundant as fuck life.
Yeah, get ready to tune in and get turned on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Witch's Realm.
Yeah.
We're back. This is episode 20.
Really?
Yeah.
I lost count. Love it.
Well, I'm here to update everybody.
So we are new and improved women. We just went to a retreat together. So we're like, our relationship is closer. And we have some topics that
Everything has changed.
Everything.
So, okay, yeah. Number one, we're sorry about missing
a week
of episodes.
But it was needed.
Yeah.
Because we died.
So much has happened.
And
so,
reconnected.
number one, I went to Mexico.
Yep.
Did we record once since I've been back?
I don't think so. No. I think we had, that's why we're doing more.
Okay, so I went to Mexico and I did that Tezmacol ritual.
Yeah.
Which I definitely want to talk about and touch on.
I think we should do an episode about something around that topic.
That was wild. Like, that was the death ritual. So I died there, then I was reborn, then I came home, then we went to New York City.
And died again.
We went to a retreat together. I died again.
We should specify like ego death.
Yeah. I feel like it's been a wild ride, but then now we're back.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of moving.
Yeah.
It's been really crazy. I am trying to balance starting my new business meant for magic while running mine, while demolishing my master bathroom and completely redoing, which Amanda's helping me with. Oh my
God.
While we had some kerfuffles with some of the house stuff. Like the floor guy put the wrong floors down.
Let's just say patience have been tested.
Yeah, things have been.
Luckily, I'm a GC and boss bitch.
Yeah, so things were all over the place. And I feel like it was exactly what I needed. You know, I feel like when we start to up level, that's when things start moving very, very fast and everything starts coming at me all at once sometimes. And it's like, can you hold this and not freak the fuck out?
So the retreat was really interesting for me because
you've never done.
I was coming fresh off of an adults only couples trip, 8 days that were honestly like paradise.
And then you got messed up.
Yeah. But coming home from that, I felt super, super connected to my husband, in our relationship. I was feeling like, wow, we really reconnected, right? We have 3 kids. We went away together after all this time. We were, physically, just emotionally, mentally, very present with each other.
And then
I come home from the retreat, or I come home from Mexico.
And
literally days later, you and I leave to go to the city.
Which is a whole another layer of connection. Yes.
I feel like even deeper. I feel like I am on a whole nother level in my relationship than I've in all my relationships, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like a total shift. And it's interesting because I
think we can talk about connectivity while also talking about letting go of the vibrator and all of that.
Yeah. Well, we're here to talk about the vibrator tonight. Andrea and I have been talking so much. We have been talking so much off of this podcast about the vibrator.
Yeah.
That I felt like we really needed to bring it to the podcast because our sex episodes are the highly rated episodes. So, if your name is Cecilia or Charlotte Root, please stop listening now. I mean,
do your kids listen?
No, they don't even know. But I mean, eventually, they will figure it out. I'm sure. And honestly, I mean, girls, I guess you need to know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the vibrator. We went to this retreat, and this retreat was about embracing your feminine, becoming whole with your feminine.
Really
right?
Coming back to, I feel like, your body so you can receive.
And your natural essence.
Yeah, and I really feel like it was a lot on like regulation, being able to regulate your nervous system and allow yourself to receive, because so often we live so deeply in our head. And I think that correlates with using a vibrator, right? It's like this quick fix of like, I want to like get off, and it's not, you're really not connected to your body when you're using a vibrator.
Yeah. So, okay, backtrack. So like this came up in the retreat. We were at this retreat together, and
I brought it up to you before, and you were a fuck no to me until the retreat.
Well, I was like telling the story. I was like, I don't think
Backtrack.
You were like, listen, she's going to tell you. Well, okay. So it was Monica Yates was the facilitator of this retreat that we went to. And you were like, Monica does not like vibrators. And I was like, okay. So like no one is
bitch,
ever.
bye. No one's gonna tell me what to do.
No one's ever gonna tell me what to do. That's my wounded masculine.
Yeah.
Like no one's ever gonna tell me what to do. So, and I love my vibe. Like listen, I've been in a love affair with my vibrator since the moment I discovered that beautiful little buzzing. I mean, what are you looking at? That candle that's going nuts? It's fine. It's Vixen. We're talking about vibrators.
I know, but there's a whole nother table of candles that I can't see, and I get worried that they're gonna blow up because it's happened before.
We're okay.
Okay.
We're safe. So as soon as I discovered the vibrator, I mean, how old were you when you first got a vibrator? Let's start there.
Definitely a teenager. I was very sexually I liked men very young, and I was like in love. Like my first boyfriend, like my first real boyfriend, like it was my first kiss and my virginity at like 14. I was young.
I didn't discover a vibrator until I was much older.
So I think that teenage, because then after that, like my next boyfriend was like my boyfriend throughout high school. I'm pretty sure we experimented there.
With toys.
I think so. He was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as I got older, really, like I would say my last 2-3 relationships were much more like, I'm a woman now. Let's like truth seek of what we desire in the bedroom.
So it was always with a man?
No, I mean, I loved my like my best vibrator is the one that plugs in the wall, and it's like actually a back massager that like I will come in like 60 seconds. It's like, it is like not even funny how intense it is. No, so I discovered that years ago. I've had that thing for years.
I think I was in college when I first started playing with toys, and I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
But it was more like for me, like at that time, it wasn't like a partner thing. But then
I feel like I had a lot of partners that were interested in exploring with me that brought things like that to my awareness. I feel like that's where I explored more.
I don't know. For me, it was just like a self thing. Yeah. I don't know.
But no, I think so like, let's be honest. Since I'm very honest, I think that like at one point that was also like, an addiction / numbing thing for me. If like I was stressed, like when I started, like I realized that at one point I was like, not drinking anymore. And then it was like, okay, vibrator. And then I was like, I'm going to get rid of everything, because I realized that sometimes could be, like I'm stressed out. Let's have an orgasm. And it was like so...
Well, it's a release, right? So when your body...
But it was so out in my head kind of thing. It wasn't like, oh, I'm tapped into my feminine essence and here I am enjoying pleasure. It was like, let's come.
Right. But it's not just that. So like your body hormonally... Your body biologically does something when you have an orgasm and releases hormones. So, I mean, that was just a way to feel. That's also just a way to feel that. So, of course, when you're like wanting to feel something or not wanting to feel something.
Exactly.
And so, okay, so we went to this retreat. Monica said no vibes. I was like, fuck you. I love a vibrator. Like,
I know.
I'm never giving it up.
That was the funniest conversation.
I was never giving up. We went home. Back to the hotel home. We went back to our amazing hotel, ordered room service every night, and like talked. And the first night I'm like, dude, is she for real about the vibrator? And you were like, yes, like, but
I gave it up for like a year.
So ever since the retreat, I think it's been a week and a half,
something like that.
2 weeks, a week,
week and a day.
A week. It's been a week.
Wow. It's Monday.
Weird.
Yeah.
So it's been officially a week. I have been without my vibrator now since before the retreat. So it's been like 11 days, and I'm doing a complete experiment, but I'm totally I'm converted. Like, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
Which I'm shocked about.
Are you open to saying what hubby feels about this?
Oh my God. Yeah, totally. I mean, he's given me like the green light to share anything and everything, which
I
is
just want to hear how he feels about you giving up vibes.
So when I came home and I told him about it, I was like, and you know what's weird is that he has actually been saying to me, like, when we went to Mexico, I brought it, and he was like, why the fuck are you bringing the vibrator to Mexico? And I was like, why not? And it's not that I need the vibrator to have an orgasm. It's just that, like, I can have like fucking 6.
I know. And I mean, I can have them fast.
It's so efficient. And I'm really about efficiency in my life. I think
that we have to talk about the fact that in the difference between an orgasm with the vibrator and like what we relearned what an orgasm is.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be receiving in your feminine, and what really changed for me was that it's the journey, not the destination. Like, I really viewed, like, when I was starting to fuck, like, come, like, that's my destination, and I stopped looking at the journey of, like, I'm supposed to be receiving pleasure, like a kiss, a touch, all of these things, and it was just like, let's all get to the fucking destination. And that's where I get in my head.
Well, that's the thing. So, like, okay, I was like, the reason why I wanted to use it is because it just like gets the job done so easily, whatever.
And that's what we view orgasms.
But it shouldn't be like that.
It's not.
So when I told Chris, I'm like, listen, I think I'm going to take a break from the vibrator. He was first shocked. He was like, really? And then he was like, cool. What is, like, he's always trying to slow down the sex, like, hello. He's always trying to slow down the sex. Like, I'm always like, oh, just like do it, you know? Like, he'll like start to go slow, and I'm like, come on, like, let's do it. Like, yeah, you know, I want to get it. I'm someone who like rushes through things too. Yeah. So I
think that really changed over the weekend.
Yeah,
was like
what I took away was like
down.
Go slow. Yeah.
Like,
so the first time we had sex after the
pleasure, and doesn't have to be a rush.
Yes. The first time that we had sex after the
retreat. I want you to tell yours, and I'll tell mine. Okay.
So
I'm like a kid.
I came home, and I think it was like 2 hours. I think we had sex for like 2 hours. I mean, it was incredible. And I just practiced feeling you're not even paying attention. You're literally texting your phone. I'm going to punch you in the face right now.
My texts are sending. You practice. Go ahead.
I practice the, like, just holding, being present, like feeling like not. And I realized that the reason why I was rushing through it was because I was afraid that I would lose it. I'm not going to lose it. Like, you're never going to lose it. Like, you're going to get it.
What happened for me too is like,
like,
I needed to figure out, like, why is sex this thing where I must have an orgasm, and it's like the only thing I'm caring about, and it's like, let's get the job done, like you said, like this is like, that's so masculine,
right?
Sex is a thing that we fully,
it shouldn't be like checking off the list.
Yes, we receive and we connect, and that's what love making is. And I think that, like, for the longest time it was like, I want to fuck, like, I want to be ravaged and pillaged, and now it's like, I want to connect and make love. And I'm not saying I never want to, I don't know. I think my partner brought up a really great point. He was like, the purpose of sex to me is to connect. Like, that's what it is, connection.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that for whatever reasons, for a million reasons, which we uncovered some of them, but like for a million reasons, you build like this idea of, like, I don't know. I used to like close my eyes too. That was another thing that I noticed. I used to like close my eyes.
Oh, I would hold my breath. I have all these weird things.
And I realized that, like, I was just wanting to like numb out and just like release. But the beauty
like
of the real release is, like you said, the journey. Of
the
like
receiving the pleasure,
feeling every
last
little
bit,
thing, like down like to your touch, fingertips, like, oh my God.
Kiss, like the foreplay, like it is an entire journey. And
I'm getting so turned on right now.
When I got home, you know, so my partner had said to me, so like, I'm just gonna balls to the wall here too. Like, I am very into, you know, like rougher sex and certain things. And my partner had said to me, you know, like, obviously we've really fallen in love with each other. And he was like, I would like to connect with you deeper. And so I think initially when he said this to me, I took it a little personal for like an hour or two of like, what does this mean? I'm not connecting with you deep enough. What am I doing wrong here? And I think when someone brings us something, instead of taking it personal and making it like it's wrong, it's like, okay, like I want to connect with you deeper too. Yeah. Because I don't think I've ever let anyone in the way I let this man in. Like, this is the first time I really felt like I've been in real love. We both agreed that like this is like so deep. So, you know, I think putting down my walls was a struggle. And when I got home from the retreat, we eye gazed for 25 minutes and just stared into each other's eyes and said nothing. And like when we were done, because we did at the retreat, and when we were done, like I couldn't wait to make love to him. And like I had never made love like this to anyone, and I just fully received him. I did not tell him.
I can't even believe you're saying that phrase.
What? Fully received him?
No.
What?
Made love.
Oh, I know. And it was the craziest experience because it's like, I didn't not once be like, are you done? Do you need to come? Are you coming? Like, usually I'm like, come, you know, and it's like, that's my fucking goal. And I realized that like, I just enjoyed every moment, every touch. We were staring at each other, locked eyes the entire time, kissing, touching. And I am not embarrassed to say this. Like, after he finished inside of me, I just started bawling. Like,
oh my God.
Like totally bawling. Like I had really never let someone be.
It's not an episode of The Witch's Realm until you make me like blush so I know, I'm sorry.
Hard. I had never really let someone in that deep. Like it wasn't like just making love. It was like that man touched like a part of my fucking soul, and I let him in. Like fully let him in, like every part of him. And it was like pure lovemaking. And
as human beings, like we need that.
And I understood what he meant. And like I said, like instead of taking it personal, I was like, okay, I'm willing to dive deeper here with you and connect. And I did that. And it's something I feel I'm still surrendering into.
It's something that you have to surrender into your whole life, because as you saw at the retreat, like once you go through having children and like motherhood, like it changes everything in your body and like everything all over again. You have to relearn this stuff. All of those moms, like we were all, you know, all of the women, there's a million reasons why people have their walls built up around sex. It's very daunting to let your guard down and let someone look into your eyes.
Yeah, that was even like good. I like you brought this up. Like a lot of women were saying they struggled with just touch. Like the energy of receiving is so like deep. Like I really realized like where I had walls up to even begin to like let go of the vibrator and really like I will actually never.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask. Wait, do you and your partner use a vibrator in sex?
He did. I will say, I think he didn't really like that. We started to in the beginning, and I think he wanted to be the one to make me orgasm. You know, I think when I started pulling it out, it was like, is my penis not fucking enough
like
for you?
Cheat trick.
Yeah, and then one night he made me orgasm back to back.
To the video game.
It was so funny. We had like just started saying I love you, so I think I kind of said it once. And then I
love that you're just like broadcasting your fucking love all over the world. It's amazing.
I don't think he listens to this.
I mean,
he probably would shit himself.
He does. I think he listens to it.
I don't think he does, but whatever. But he made me come back to back, like within like a 15-minute radius, like from his hands, mouth. I don't remember at the moment. God. And I looked at him and I was like, I love you. He just like smiled because it was just so funny, because like I really struggle in that department. I really struggled to orgasm without a vibrator. I really struggled to orgasm without like really fast like touch or stimulation. So we like bringing it back down and like allowing yourself to slow down. And I remember the first time I really ever orgasmed that way was when Monica actually made me do this with a partner, where she said, I think it was like 20 minutes. And she said, for 20 minutes, you must receive from him, and he just has to gently touch your pussy. And I was like, what? So let me tell you, it was the most triggering experience. I realized that in my whole life, I had never just received.
Yeah.
Like while I was being touched, I was trying to touch them or kiss or blow or whatever.
So I realized that when I got the lap dance.
Yeah.
When I got the lap dance and she was like doing the lap dance on me,
it's like you're just receiving.
Just couldn't sit still. Like and she was like obviously like grabbing my hands and like putting them wherever, and I
had
was
titties
like
in my face.
Fully there for it. And but it was very hard for me to just sit receive. Back and I was like, holy shit. And so yeah, I've been like really, you know, exercising that muscle.
But when I did that exercise for the first time, I stopped. I flipped out and I don't know what happened. Like 10 minutes.
What exercise when you were getting the lap dance?
No, when I my partner was just touching me, and after 10 minutes, my body started freaking out. I couldn't just sit there and receive. Yeah. And so I actually had to stop. And he said to me like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm freaking out in my head." And I remember I was getting angry at him, but he wasn't doing anything. It was like my own shit coming up. And I said, I don't know. Like, I was just like, let's try this again another time. So like a week later, I will never forget this. He looked at me and he was like, he was whispering in my ear and he was like, just receive me. And I was like, oh. And he like slowly touched me for 20 minutes. I think I like the goal was not to come. That's what it was, just to receive. So and I think I came twice.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like this whole thing has shifted me into, I was so stuck in my masculine in so many different ways. Like, obviously, just for anyone listening, we have talked about this before, but like, it's not a gender thing. It's about energy. So we all have masculine and feminine energy. And I feel like I just wanted to like be in like like I want to have the most orgasms. So like I would have one orgasm. Like we would, you know, during foreplay, like he would go down on me. I would have an orgasm there, and then I would get my vibrator. We would fuck. I would have like one or two there. Yeah. But now, instead of like rushing to have, you know, these like really quick but like, you know, intense, like super, super intense, and that kind of like desensitizes you.
Yeah, now, and let's talk about that.
One like amazing, a vibrator, long, incredible orgasm.
She doesn't agree with the vibrator, and most people that don't is it actually does desensitize your clit.
100%.
And like you're like not tapped into your body.
Need like more and more and more.
Yes,
and more.
And I did for a long time truly desensitize, and I'm still learning to come back
light
from that.
Touch is literally one of the hottest fucking things on the face of the earth. Like, run your fingers down my leg and I will literally like die. I can't. It's just amazing. So black cat right behind you.
Oh, great.
Bad luck. I don't actually believe in that. I believe like, oh, hello, baby.
No, I think it's a good sign.
I love her. Oh my God. Hi.
Oh my God. It's staring at me.
Yeah. Hi. She's here. Dude. Can you take a picture of that? Because like, we need to document this for the podcast. No. I love it. She wants to be on the witch's realm. She's a fucking black cat.
It's staring at me.
We're talking about pussy.
It's not focusing. I'm
yeah.
bad at this.
You're not good at things. I've never been good. Okay.
Oh my God, it's like looking into my eyes. It's like Satan.
I know, it has yellow eyes. It's amazing. I love a cat. Okay, bye, kitty kitty.
Well,
it's leaving now.
Photo.
Oh, snooze you lose. She's moving on. Yeah. So, ladies, like if you're listening, we
just got a pussy message.
We are advocating for better, deeper,
sex,
hotter orgasms,
or masturbation. Honestly.
And we're doing this for you. Like, we just want you guys to feel good. And the more you feel good, the happier you are.
And is tapping into your intuition, tapping into your body, and allowing yourself to receive love, receive money, receive magic, receive
100%.
Orgasms, receive pleasure.
If you can't receive, you can't
do
receive money.
If you're in the masculine and vibrating your clit to desensitize it because you're so in your head, you're trying to get the job done. And I realized that, like, you know, over the past couple of years, the first retreat I went to with this woman was in 2019, and I've been doing this work. Like, I think it took me a long time to really allow myself to get in my feminine, and I still am. It's like an ever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think
that's why I do these so often. Like
I know
I've done
do them now. I really do. I really
do. Because then you start getting back to the flow of life, and you get busy, and sometimes you fall back. And I really, really have dedicated my life to like continuing this work, the anger release, the inner child healing, the getting in my feminine, the allowing myself to connect deeper. And I think it's been really scary. I think falling in love with my partner and allowing him truly in has been the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. And this is just deepening that.
Yeah. It'll be rewarding though.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else we want to say about getting rid of the vibe?
No, I think that
put the magic wand down.
Going to this retreat with you really made me excited for the launch of our retreat.
Yeah. We've been saying we're putting together a retreat for like months.
But it's really happening though.
Yeah. And now we finally are.
It's
Date's
really happening.
Coming soon. It's going to be in July.
And I really appreciate you kind of guiding me and taking my hand and being like, you need this, because we booked this long before, obviously, I lost Megan.
Yeah.
And I needed this so much.
It was like divine timing for us both. I feel like the universe always knows. Like, it was so funny because in Tulum, I was healing, like really putting to bed my last relationship, like killing it. And then it was like this new relationship had blossomed, and now I was deepening that. So
it was just crazy because
the timing is always crazy when I book her fucking retreats.
I didn't even know why I did it.
I knew you had to go. I didn't know why. There was a couple people that I told to go, but not everyone trusts me.
I can't wait to go again.
I feel like if I tell someone to do something, like I'm just so fucking intuitive and gifted. I'm like, you need this thing. Like, do this thing. Just trust me. And I think when we first kind of reconnected and you were trusting, but maybe like she's a little nuts.
Yeah, crazy.
And now I think it's like, she's nuts, and I really know that the things she's suggesting are legitimate.
So you guys, our next episode is going to be like a Q&A because we've been getting some really juicy questions.
I'm gonna pull up
if you have questions, email them to us at
like
the
this
Witches Realm Podcast at gmail.com. We've been getting amazing questions. We love them. We want more of them. We want to give you guys exactly what you need, exactly what you want. And, you know, the sex stuff, I feel like women want to know how to receive more pleasure and how to make more money. Those are the number one and number two questions that we get, and they are so interconnected, and that is why we're doing this episode. So
100%.
All right, witches.
Write us, love us. See you soon.
Follow us.
Yep. Andrea Franco.
Subscribe to our podcast.
Join Intuitive Boss Babe community. We're coming out with a retreat, so you'll hear details so soon. Probably in like 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be out on the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Love you. Mwah.
Bye.